Okay, well, thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, first of all, on behalf of Chairman Royce and our Foreign Affairs Committee. Allow me to welcome you here today for this timely and important briefing and discussion. I look forward to hearing from all of you. I know that you have traveled from faraway places to be here today, to have the opportunity to meet with me, with Chairman Royce, other members of our committee, and they'll be coming in and out to bring to our attention an issue I know that does not get all of the attention that it deserves.
Liliana is one of the leaders in the foreign policy community in the United States and cares deeply about human rights issues, and that's really what we're about here. Because with the exception of the Clinton administration, and they had to be pushed, when they dropped NATO's bombs on Serbia, all of our administrations in our lifetime have been taking a backseat to Europe, being involved in a policy of appeasement and containment, which does not work. And we always know when we take a backseat to Europe, ultimately, because they can't, by virtue of their 28-member nation status, all having divergent views, it doesn't work. Even now we have 5 of those nations who don't recognize the independence of Kosovo. So it's always been the House Committee on Foreign Affairs. It's been Congressman Yeoman, Lantos, Biden, Hyde, you, Dana Rohrabacher, quite explicitly, who made it possible, working with us in part, our information, and having more than one hearing over time, that led to peace in the region up to a certain point and the independence of Kosovo. Unfortunately, we are now back to where we kind of all began. We know that the bombs were dropped and it stopped the war finally, Slobodan Milosevic's genocidal march across Europe for a decade. Then, what happens in 2001? Macedonia erupts, and there's a great, fanfare about who was really responsible. It took us a year to convince state and the National Security Council it wasn't Albanians who actually initiated this. It was actually coming from the ethnic Macedonian Slav ruling party, and we tried to even speak with them to say, don't move this into a military conflict. This can be resolved diplomatically, but unfortunately, no one anywhere was paying attention. But we need a reset button there because there's been too much of an orientation of, let's just have stability. Stability at all costs.
That's terrible.
And it is. And we know now in the 21st century this can no longer work.
No.
Human rights now
Yes.
has to come to the
They have
forefront.
to push a policy.
And what we especially want to do is ask for the United States to now pay attention because we're in danger. And I'll tell you why we're in danger. Macedonia is in line to enter NATO and enter the EU. And I'm very curious about how this can happen given the terrible conditions in which non-ethnic Macedonians are being treated, but also even many ethnic Macedonians, because we have all through the region now a power elite holding on to most of the benefits.
And a corrupt
Power elite. And why, oh why, oh why, has the United States and the EU, have Washington and Brussels thought they could look the other way as if nothing, was about to emerge.